Want to know all of the changes in Universal Studios Orlando? Well, I'm your guy, for I am Winu, your weekly Universal news and updates. But let's not talk about who I am and get straight into my first topic. Mardi Gras! So what's new in this topic? Well, it started off on Wednesday, some of the floats went missing. We don't really know why this happened. However, the next day they would return, so it's not that big of a deal. However, all these floats did not go into the places where they had left, and some of them were in newer locations. Also, on Friday, the floats would leave due to bad weather. But people were nearby throwing beads, meaning that Universal had obviously planned that if there was bad weather, they would have a way that beads would still be given out. So as for food, a new drink tent was added near Gramercy Park, where the event's most popular alcoholic drinks were served. This is just an interesting way of doing it, but everything has been interesting and kind of strange for how they're doing the Mardi Gras event this year, so this is here now. Also, the Trinidad and Tobago trucks were moved across the street, so these food locations have been moved. Finally, other booths were moved, like the Bahamas. This is with a couple of other ones, but I couldn't find many others, so some of the booths have been moved. So that's everything for Mardi Gras, but that doesn't limit the video. So let's look at my next topic. General news, where a lot of stuff has happened this week. So, cameras were not working on Jurassic Park River Adventure. However, later this week, they would reopen. We don't really know why this happened, but it could have to do with the refurbishments that happened a week or two ago, but we don't really know. Also, Celestina Warbeck and the Banshees now wear face covers during their performances. If you don't know, these are the performers who perform in Diagon Alley and haven't worn face masks up until this point. Into an area where food's actually sold, Snookers and Snookers Sweet Candy Cookers has a new plastic glove inflating machine for their bulk candy wall. This machine makes it so that the part of the glove that you put your hand in gets blown up into the air so that you can just stick your hand right into the glove. This is a very helpful machine, and it's a great thing that Universal added it here. Also, another machine of this type was installed into Studio Suites, and was also later moved over to make it more noticeable. Obviously, Universal wants these to be used for things like bulk candy balls, and we'll see if they're put in any other locations in the future. So, all of the classic Monsters Cafe banners got replaced by more colorful ones. In this process, the Wolfman banner returned. This banner, if you don't know, has been gone for months at this point, so it's interesting that it's finally back. Finally, both parks would hit capacity on Saturday at 12:03 and had wait lines to get in. They would open later that day, which is why the wait lines were there, but capacity has been hit a lot more often than it has recently. I don't know really why, but it has been happening, so if you need to know that, there it is. So there was a long wait to get into the park, but I can show you something that will have an even longer wait when it opens in my next topic. Construction! So what's happened in this topic this week? Well, this week, Popeye's bilge wrap barges reopened on Saturday. There had been a flash fire while this was getting its refurbishments, but obviously that didn't set it back much, as it opened on schedule and is reopened again. So, if you want to ride this, get into Islands of Adventure, and you can now. In news of the VelociCoaster, it ended up testing using water-weighted dummies again. These were what was used originally for testing after they just tested with nothing in the carts, so we don't have actual people on the ride like we did a few weeks ago, but it is testing, which is always a good thing. In other news, the closed outdoor seating at the Three Broomsticks now has a themed refurbishment sign. This has actually taken a very long time to come, as this has been closed for almost a month now, but there is a sign here now telling guests that it is closed for refurbishments. And finally, the sign outside of Schwab's pharmacy was repainted, confirming that Haagen-Dazs will be taking over this store. This isn't very surprising as the entire park has switched from Ben & Jerry's to Haagen-Dazs, but we can now see officially that that's going to be the ice cream. So not many people would be affected or devastated by the ice cream change unless if you go frequently. However, we can see an entire topic about people who will go frequently in my next topic. Universal Studios Orlando pass holder news. So, what has changed for pass holders this week? Well, to start us off, an annual pass member VelociCoaster t-shirt is now available. This is a white shirt that says, "What could possibly go wrong?" with pictures of Track, the Top Hat, and Velociraptors on it. This shirt looks amazing, and it's disappointing that I can't get it. I am an annual pass holder, but I'm not currently in the parks. However, if you are a pass holder and are in the parks, pick this up if you think it's as cool as I do. Also, the March button was revealed, and it is a green eggs and ham button. This button was more than likely released in March as Dr. Seuss's birthday is in March, which would make a good deal of sense. So, these are more material possessions. However, we can see things that are material possessions but will be gone quite quickly in my next topic. Food and restaurants, where I actually only have one topic this week. This is that the mess tent near Skull Island now sells a variety of ice creams. This is just a bit of an update by Skull Island, but nothing much that's crazy. So speaking of crazy, we can look at something that's going to be crazy when it's opened, merchandised, in my next topic. Merchandise, and I only have one update for this topic too. This is that a new Jurassic World VelociCoaster shirt is now provided to team members. This has not actually been used yet, however it would probably be used when the ride actually opens for the ride attendants. This shirt looks amazing in my opinion, and I kind of wish that it will be sold not only for team members in the future, or that something like it will come out for normal people, because I would definitely get a shirt like this. So that's everything that I could find in Universal Studios Orlando this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I liked making it, as I always do, and if you did like it, please make sure to leave a like and or subscribe. It helps push me through the YouTube algorithm. But with all that said and done, this is Wuno, signing off.